Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to my Divinity playthrough. I believe this is episode 16. I haven't played in a few days because I've been recording a bunch of Wrath of the Righteous, which of course there will be episodes out. I believe there should be episodes out of that now by the time you get to this episode. I'm doing those bi-daily, so every other day, and this is still currently being daily. That might change in the future, depending on how many episodes I can record and obviously get out at any given point. But we're here, and we're playing, so that's all that matters. Currently, we are just outside the encampment, or the camp, whatever you want to call it, that is boarded off because of the plague. So I should have the escort here. I'm assuming. I'm going to speak to one of these guards and see if I can get inside. Okay, he doesn't actually have anything to say. That's not good. Can I get in?
The door is locked.
Okay, excuse me, officer. Why is this area sealed off? Strict orders of the castle, sir. Yes, but why is it sealed off? You're not from here, I guess? No? Alright. Nobody can enter because of the Grey Death has spread in the area. This disease is highly infectious. Okay. How do they know the Grey Death is very infectious? Because the doctors say so, of course. All victims currently in quarantine got the symptoms the same day. Dr. Elrath was called upon, and luckily he immediately understood the seriousness of the situation. Within the hour, we had sealed off the area. Okay. So did they build that fence in that time, or was there already a fence there? Can nobody enter the area? The doctor can, of course. Nobody else. Strict orders from the Duke Janus himself. Okay, where can I find the doctor? He lives near the marketplace, northeast of Stormfist Castle. Okay, how can we be sure that the doctor doesn't get infected? How can I know? He is the doctor, not me. Now move along, move along. Okay, fuck you. Fuck you then. Is this the castle? No, this is just the barracks. Where the hell is the castle? What's this over here? That's the merge. Oh god, there's a merchant's area. Oh my lord. Okay, so I don't actually think we can get into it just yet. That is unfortunate. I had hoped that today we could do this, but it looks like possibly we can't unless we beeline it up to the doctor, because I think we have to speak to him first. So in that case, I think what we should do, at least for this episode, is continue up north. Or do we go east? Oh god. No, I think we should go north. I think we should go back up to this area here and clear up. And then obviously that's going to lead us to the Dwarven Bread Inn. Clear up the area surrounding the northern bit. I think that's a good idea. Because, I mean, as you can clearly see, as I've mentioned various times, we have a lot to uncover still of this map. So I'd rather clear what I believe to be the easier parts. Oh, there's some golden potion here. Oh, that reminds me. So I say accidentally, I guess it was an accident. If anybody can remember, in one of the previous episodes, I ended up finding the necklace. I think it was called like Barlin's necklace or something like that. And I accidentally sold it. Now, I ended up speaking to an NPC in this area, and he was all like, this guy stole my necklace, can you find it? So I went and found where I sold it. I basically sold it to Mardanius, and I got it back. I ended up handing over the necklace to the guy, and he gave me a bunch of XP. He said I wouldn't be bothered in this area anymore, not like I was anyway, but also that basically the guy who stole it would get what's coming to him. So I think he was killed here, and that's why there was a bit of gold in a potion. So just to let you guys know that something did happen in between this episode and the last. I don't think it's that big of a deal. You don't really miss much besides obviously me speaking to this fellow. So I think I'm going to get to this path here and then follow it up. There's a little bit here to uncover. I'd like to get to that merchant's area as soon as possible. Obviously I don't want to just run up there now, but that will give us obviously more places to sell at. At least, hypothetically, that is what will happen, right? So that means we don't need to keep going and speaking to Mud Danny just to sell some stuff. And there might actually be some items worth buying for myself. Obviously, I mentioned that I'd like some, what do you call it? Some like different armor that's a little bit lighter. The armor I have is really good at the moment in terms of what it actually does. I'll show you in 2 seconds. This is a reminder. Even though there's a million things just spawning and trying to kill me right now. So it's quite heavy, but it has +2 to strength, which obviously I don't need. But that also does mean I can carry a bit more stuff. So at the moment, it's bearable. Do you know what I mean? It's not too bad. But obviously, it's quite heavy, and it gives me poison resistance and stuff like that. So even though it's not the best thing in the world,
Unknown
it is what it is.
Dishonesty is nigh unto death, especially in this kingdom.
True. So we're just gonna... Let's give this... There's a gem there. I see that. Hiding behind there. We're going to follow this path at least until an intersection. And then from there... Okay, this kind of bends. Okay, here we go. There's an intersection. This leads down to the Dwarven Red Inn to the south. It's not really to the south, but I guess the path bends round that way. I want to keep going north, though. I'm just going to keep going north. Wait, is this the castle? Captain of the Guard. I would like to speak to Duke Janus, or Janus. I don't have an invitation. What do I have to do to gain entry to Stormfist Castle? The old Duke occasionally invites people to the castle to congratulate them for completing important services in Rivertown or the surrounding regions. Okay, what do you suggest I do? Well, an obvious freebooter like you can prove yourself useful to the army. The Orc invasion is imminent, so they need all the help they can get. Or you could talk to Commander Ralph at the Town Watch. They are based just south of here. You sometimes ask outsiders to investigate politically sensitive matters. Okay. Basically, we can't go in here just yet. That's fine. I'm actually kind of glad we come across this because it gives us an area to circumnavigate and somewhat of a border, you know? It makes exploring just a little bit easier. I need more potions and stuff, though. There is that. And this is a big castle. Okay, I'm just going to follow it all the way around. Not going to look at anything in the vicinity yet. I just want to circle the castle. Just so we have a general outline on the map and know exactly where it is. But we can still go further north. Obviously, we're going to end up coming across the path to Vadistus at some point as well. Okay, and then back out the front. Follow this. I'm stuck behind a log. I don't want to kill that boar, there's no point. Right. Okay. So that actually takes up a somewhat decent chunk, but not really, because if you look how far north this goes, it's actually insane. That's the marketplace, right? It's so hard for the icon to pop up. Yes, merchant's area. And then there's the road to Vadistus. So I think it'd be good if we clear out this little bit here. And also clear up north towards the Abbey and stuff like that. I have a sneaking suspicion that I probably should just go to the merchant area just to have access to the thingy, to the like shops, because if I can bring my pyramid there, then it'd be great. Look what we have here, a peasant with a sword thinking to be a hero, are ye? There's no need to use that tone of voice with me, my good sir. Oh dear, did I offend your sneaking peasant sensibilities? Oh, what a dreadful man I must be. Whatever you say, good knights. I've no belly for fighting, and even if you think me a coward, I will not allow you your words to provoke me. True. Yeah. Why is a random knight just... I guess he's just like, oh, I'm better than you. I was born a noble, and now I'm a knight. Like a little bitch. Fuck that guy. I've got more important things to take care of.
My energies are depleted. Let me regain my strength.
Like killing bugs and boars. I wonder if restoration does my stamina as well. I'd imagine so, but at the same time, I don't mix a stamina potion into that. So. Just clearing out the area, guys. We need to find that assassin as well. Actually, let me quick save it. That reminds me. Always save it. Always save it. Well, I'm curious if anybody who's watching this has picked this game up, if anybody's played it before, and if you have, what you think of it. There's a teleport here. Oh, so we've got the farmman's teleport. Okay, that's good. Randomly in a field, sure. Yeah, and if you've enjoyed it and played it, I was testing out Divinity 2 the other day just to see like if it works, how it runs. Basically, people are like, it doesn't look the best. You can just like, basically, I modded it slightly, like, and I will mention this when I end up recording it myself. But like, you know, got reshade, got a couple of visual mods, did a couple of settings changes to get it to run better. Now, obviously, I haven't ran the game, but apparently, it is quite buggy. And also, the last thing I want is to, you know, too many bugs to pop up. There's definitely a possibility that I have problems with the game no matter what, and if that does obviously occur, then more than likely I'll just abandon it. But you know, I'm not saying that's going to happen. You know, you just never know. Some of these older games are very scuffed.
Superb.
Okay, I opened the door and there's literally nothing in here. Wow, thank you. Well, let me speak to this guy here, Buzz. Hello there, young fellow. What are you doing? Wandering across the countryside. Hello, friend farmer. Any gossip? Widow Twinkie's best heifer gave birth to a two-headed calf the other day. They say that a group of mad cultists called the Blank Grin are casting evil spells to bewitch our cattle and crops. These are bad times indeed, where such folk can wander doing mischief at will. Okay, thank you for your time. Sure, two-headed cow. Suppose it could be worse. I'm seeing all of these like mushrooms and stuff, but I don't really have any flasks.
Marie, my first wife. May she finally rest in peace. Joshua.
Oh no.
Boy. Oh.
They killed him. I'm gonna rob your grave. Well-crafted round shield. I won't take that though. And there's a worn shield in that one. Okay. I'm gonna speak to Tom. A good day to you, mercenary. I've judged your trade right, have I not? My name's Tom. I'm looking for a reliable, bright-witted person to do a job for me. You see, I've had some troubles with a cattle thief recently. I want him tracked down and word of his identity brought back to me. Okay. Both of these options kind of make me sound like I'm saying no, but let's just go with this one. Listen, over the past week, somebody's made off with no less than 4 of my best cows. I know it was a man, not a stinking troll, because trolls don't leave tracks made by human-sized boots. Okay, I'll find them for you. I'm reasonably sure that the thief must live hereabouts. To lead stolen cows more than a few miles without attracting attention is next to impossible in a country area like this. Okay. The thief must be living close to his farm because nobody can take... Okay. Hello, Reginald. Leave me alone, please. I don't want to be rude, but I'm not in the mood to talk right now. I've lost my faith in the decency of the world. There is no justice, there's just us. I'm lost in rage and sorrow. I'm looking for a place to rest. Can you help me? You can stay in my barn. It's yonder building to the north. There may be some rats in there. I'd hunt them down, but with my son gone, I just don't care for much things anymore. Use as much straw as you want to make yourself comfortable. Okay, cool. So I'm assuming their graves are related to him. Let's go inside the house. There might be stuff to rob. Who better to rob than the honest folk who are making a living, you know? Okay, this field seems to have some spooders in it. Well, so I do apologize if you hear any background noise, possibly barking, and or anything else, then it's not my fault. It's the dog. Clearly, for the barking. You might also hear people talking every now and again. Okay, we kind of went up a little bit there, but we ended up coming back down. That's where the guy was who mentioned the assassin. I think that's the barn there where I can stay in. We'll end up coming back across to that. Curious as to where these cows were taken. We're finding a lot of random little side quests, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Because any XP is good XP. Okay, this area is fenced off. I need to find an entrance into this one. Is there an entrance? I don't see it. Oh, there's a gate. Hello, Rufus. Leave the farmland, stranger. Too many bad things have been happening around here of late. I don't know if you're part of it, but either way, you'd best be off kicking the dust of this place from your heels. Okay, tell me what's going on. Well, it might not seem like much, but I saw a queer man lurking near my cornfield, dressed all in black. He was, and I got the impression that he was looking for something or someone. Didn't like his manner. Okay. Saw a man walking through the cornfield. Okay, where is he? There was something wrong with him, stranger. Fair sent shivers down my spine. I've seen plenty of killers in my time, you for instance, but this fellow was no mercenary or soldier. This one was a viper in a man's skin if I ever saw one. We only spoke a few words to him, but I saw he was the type to cut a man's throat just for the fun of watching him flop about. Steer clear. Okay. Thank you, that's the guy I'm looking for. I'm going to save it here because he might be inside there, and that means I've got to attempt to kill him. Oh, are they blueberries? Hold up. Grapes. Can I take them? Nom 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 nom. Here we are. What are you doing here? Get out. Are you the mysterious assassin following Sir Richard? What? You know? Then that means you know where Sir Richard is. Tell me. No, I will not hand over an innocent person to the likes of you. Then I'll beat out of you. Okay, you're actually fairly easy to kill. Okay, that's good. I was ready to run laps around this field in the attempts of killing him. There's a well here, but we can't go down there. Oh well. Alright, well, he's right over here, so I'll circle round there in a minute. And we can tell him that we killed the assassin. Gold, thank you. Nothing in there. Oh, a couple of potions. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. I wonder if we get to that merchant's place, though. And I'm assuming, obviously, yes, there's going to be stuff to buy. But I'm curious if there's going to be a bunch of, what's the word? Like empty flasks and stuff I can buy. Because I have the big ones now, but I can't actually use them because my alchemy's too low. So I can't fill them up, and I can't combine either, which is unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Nothing in them barrels. Nothing in that barrel. Okay, I feel like we're making decent progress to this area. The fact that we don't have to kill a million orcs like we have been is always good. I know I do need to go and stop the caravan that's sending them supplies. I assume once I've done that, it'll be easier to deal with them. But I feel like going to the southeast is not beyond my level, but you know, a little bit more difficult than I have to deal with at the moment. Not that I'm worried, of course, but I mean, you saw how many orcs I had to kill just in that one area, and there was a lot. And I'm talking about like right down here. There was a lot down here. I think that there was an orc who was like infiltrating them, and he said about speaking to the captain, I believe, so I need to do that. There's a book here. This book claims to be by the famous Orc Quorum Blood Club. Okay. Did I already read this one? This is the 5th part. I don't even know what part I read before, but I will read it. Okay. I am a mountain-bred orc, so it didn't take over long for me to climb a wall only 20 orcs in height. The top of the wall was rounded to prevent thieves climbing up shrapnel lines. That also meant there was little snow up there when I straddled it, which was a minor relief. Shadow, my dwarven thief companion, let herself down from my back and helped me unpack the hide-bound bundles I'd brought with me all this way. These bloody elven inventions better work, she whispered as we unwrapped them and started fitting the components together. Well, if they don't, you'll have only a shortfall in which to curse me, so I suggest you call me some names now, just in case. Shadow complied, using some of the fruitiest language I've heard outside of a human brothel. The packages contain woodland wings, an elf invention that allowed short flights of about 40 orc lengths or so. Made of elk silk stretched over a frame of very light, very strong walk-tree wood. The wings were triangular in shape and hooked to the shoulders. A basic lifting spell gave them a little boost on takeoff. In fact, the woodland wings worked perfectly. I had feared that they might not fly well at night with no thermals to ride. The tower in the center of the snowbound garden was a good 2 walks shorter than the surrounding wall, and the wings carried us down to it swiftly and safely. As I looked down during their flight, however, I saw the demon Hastor had set to guard his garden, standing black and huge in the moonlight, staring up at us with fiery eyes. The instant I hit the flat roof of the tower, I removed the wings and drew my sword, expecting the demon to come bounding up the wall afterwards. But all was quiet. I cautiously looked over the parapet, and the demon was gone, vanished, without leaving so much as a footprint in the snow. Shadow, at my side, grunted, but without surprise. As I'd honored, she'd whispered, the demon is an illusion, a kind of scarecrow, only visible to those outside the tower. Astor is an illusionist, not a summoner. It was then my turn to call her some pungent names for keeping me in the dark. To be continued. Okie dokie. Okay, there's a couple people in here. Hello, Hugh. Well, my stranger. Hugh Delaberry, sure, at your service. I used to be a fine tailor before I moved to the farmlands. How can I help you? I take it from the look of your clothes, you're a humble farmer these days. Don't you be looking down your nose at me. I have to work in the field from sun up to sunset. You can't wear a silken vest in the stables, you know. When I've finished with work for the day, I put on clothes which are much more stylish. Okay. I'm just curious, but what sort of clothes do you wear after your day's work? Why am I even asking this question? Oh, I love to wear exotic clothes. For example, I'm very fond of knee-length robes worn high elf fashion. Okay. A couple of weeks ago, I bought myself a white tunic that goes just perfectly with a robe of indigo silk I made myself. My dear, you should see me in it under a red sunset. Well, anyway, it's good to get out of this rough burlap clothing, that's all I can say. I'm looking for work, do you need a hand? Aye, the harvest looks like it will be a disaster, and even the village elders do not understand why. If we do not find a solution, we'll all have to move to We'll all have to move to Rivertown simply to survive the winter. Okay, and what happened? It all started with the corn getting a strange greenish colour to it. Not a fungus, something nobody had ever seen before. After 3 days, my cornfield was a swamp of decay. Fair sickened a body just to look at. course, we couldn't sell the corn, and now my other crops are showing the same symptoms. And mine ain't the only farm that's been stricken around here, not by a long shot. Any suspicions? Are you suggesting someone poisoned the fields? That would be terrible, insane. Everyone knows that if war breaks out this year, we'll need every mouthful of food from this harvest. Okay, and what war are you talking about? The Orc war bands are gathering in large numbers to the southeast, and the ducal army plans to attack them before they can invade us. Okay. Well, we already kind of know this. No offense, chum, but you don't know what you're talking about. You haven't spoken to the scouts who have been down there. I have the Orc war band. I have. Okay, sorry. The Orc war bands are big? No, scratch that. They're huge, and they're getting bigger by the day. It said the Orc tribes haven't gathered in such numbers since they aided us against the damned in the Age of Chaos. Nobody believes that the dwarves or the elves will help us this time either. Any human army we can muster might be fighting odds of 10 to 1. That's not a war, it's a last-ditch defense. Okay. I need no dwarf or elf help to cleave an orc's skull in half, that is true. How can you be so sure that the elves and the dwarves won't fight against the orcs? It's well known that both those peoples have got their own troubles just now, and human relations have been none too steady with any of the other races of late. Anyway, the elves and the dwarves don't see much difference between humans and orcs. A pigskin, pink or green, is a pigskin, is what they say to us. Perhaps they are hoping we'll wipe each other out. Okay. The Delivery family in the farmlands are in trouble. The harvest is failing, but nobody knows why. He suspects that somebody's poisoned their cornfields. He literally didn't say that. If I don't find out who's responsible, then the family will have to move to Rivertown. Okay. Let's speak to the wife. Greetings, stranger. I'm very busy just now. I suggest that you talk to my husband. He likes talking to strangers. He was once a famous tailor, you know, and he's seen much of the world. Okay, what's going on? Okay, she's also mentioning about the harvest. Okay, let's ask about that. Hugh is the main man trying to find a way to save the harvest. He's sort of an unofficial leader around here. Talks about the corn. Can you tell me anything more about your husband? Hugh's a good man, but he can waffle on sometimes. Before he settled down in the valley, he worked as a tailor for most of noble families in Vedistus. The clothes he makes for sale are the best in the valley. Local people pay a high price for a set of them. Let's see, what else? Well, he knows a lot about other races, orcs, elves, and dwarves especially. Comes from all the travelling he did before we were married. Oh, just one other thing. He likes to wear funny clothes of an evening. Bit feminine, if you catch my drift. Don't be shocked if you come here after sundown. He's all man in bed though. I'll witness to that. Oh, Jesus. Why did Hugh give up his job? It seems like he had it great in Vedistus. Well, Hugh fell out with one of his clients, so he tells me. A gracious lady who particularly enjoyed Hugh's ministering, while her husband was away. She got jealous of his other customers, if you catch my drift. Threatened to call the Assassin's Guild down on his head if he didn't promise a tailor just for her. Hugh decided he needed a bit of country life and moved, secret, out of there. Well, out here. Best luck for me. I met him while he was building this farm, and now I've got him all to myself. A real woman needs no assassins to hold on to a good man. Okay. More side quests though, that getting poisoned. I was honestly thinking maybe he'd done it. Like maybe she would, like there was a hint of him doing it. There is poison below the pub though, don't forget that. There is a big possibility, now that I come to think of it, that that might be where the poison's coming from. Of course, we have no guarantee to that, but we'll have to check that out at some point. Anything hidden in here? Doesn't seem so. I'm not sure how far north I want to go. I guess we'll circle around this area first. I don't really mind searching this bit, but at the same time, there's a lot. Okay, this guy died. Oh god. Okay, snakes. There's snakes in the snake pit. Of course there is. Can I loot this guy? What's inside the pit? The key to this chest.
That was agreeable.
100 gold. Okay. That wasn't really worth it. I saw the dead guy and I was curious. Curiosity killed the cat, but it didn't kill me that time. Okay, let's go up a bit further north. Because that's the abbey there. So I'm assuming the abbey is going to have at least a decent bit of a boundary. So let's just run north, run north, run north. Okay, the abbey's to my left. Okay, we could use this as a guide. Let me run to the northern side of this as far as it goes. Oh, there's more zombos. Snakes, fire, opal, amulet. Don't mind if I do. They give a lot of XP. And then we run all the way. Okay. Damn, I didn't realize we ran that far north. It's fine though. We do what we always do. What the hell? Oh, something. We will kill everything. Hey, what the hell's that? While also exploring. A pile of gold, plain amulet, metal ring, ruby, amber. Nothing inside the pit. What's the tombstone say? Nothing. Okay. Of the emerald. Random graves. Oh, here we go. This is probably going to be the boundary to the abbey. Okay, let's follow this all the way along. I'm pretty sure that was inside. Goddamn wasps. Okay. A big chunk here for us to look around. We can search this area, make our way back down, and then we'll come back up to the entrance. And then we'll clear out the abbey. Or, well, I say clear out, I'm not exactly sure what we do here, but assuming we do. Healing potion, thank you. Thank you kindly. We're getting a bunch of XP off these zombies though, which is great. Goddamn wasp, go away. Let's head all the way down. Clear this little bit of the river. Just for OCD's sake. And then this guy should be inside this barn. So let's speak to him. I'll quick save it just before I do. Hopefully he's not dead. He's not. I've seen... I confronted your friend Crawler and did unto him as he had done unto others. The assassin is dead as a miser's sense of charity. You can relax at least for a while. 25,000 XP. Woo! By the merciful gods, my chances for the next week or so have improved a lot thanks to you. Maybe it will give me time to get away, but I doubt it. On Janice's order, the Assassin's Guild will hunt me across Rivellon and back again. But you bought me a little more time, friend. For that, I am very grateful. Rest in peace. Sorry, slip of the tongue. What I wanted to say was, good luck, my friend. You've got the wits to survive, I hope. Ooh. Why do you say it like that? Ooh. All right, well, we helped that guy. I feel good about that. Even though we got 35,000 XP, we didn't level up. Okay. We got that quest just as we got into this area, so I'm glad we actually finished that one. But let's explore more. Ow, sound bug. We also need to figure out who stole this guy's cattle. I don't think we're going to find out in this area. Who are you? Keldon. Long time ago, I used to be an adventurer like you. I met a lot of interesting people on the road. Yes, those were wonderful times indeed. You've been an adventurer, but you're an old man. Adventurers don't get old and weak. They feel honorable graves before they get white hairs. Jesus, okay, sure. I like your sense of humor, if you're joking, that is. Yes, it's true. I really am a retired adventurer who's decided to spend the rest of his life on a peaceful farm. Okay. You working? Smell that clean country air? You know, I've always dreamt about settling down in this country. Now, at last, I've done it. I'm still strong enough to keep up with farm work, and sometimes, when I want to relive old glories, I tell Buzz the stable boy some of my adventures. Good lad that, imagination bigger than his head. Okay, tell me more about Buzz. You can find Buzz in the stables. He's a decent bucko, grew up in the farmlands and has never left this area in his whole life. I once showed him a map of the Dark Forest and he told me he didn't know there was a world outside the dukedom. Ha! Now been setting the boy straight, there's potential there, you know. I'll make an adventure out of the lad yet. Okay, tell me one of your adventures. Let's see. I've been to so many exotic places. Do you want to hear the tale of the assassin's hunt or the adventure of the Cursed Abbey? Well, as we're heading towards the Cursed Abbey, let's go for that. Well, one of the Duke Ferrell's cronies paid me to take a sealed message into the dreadful Cursed Abbey. I hurried to get there and away as quick as I could. I'm a brave man, but that place has a very dark reputation. But I was a young and reckless in these days. Otherwise, I would have thought twice about such a mission as then spat it back in the fop's face. Anyway, I realized my mistake when I passed through the ancient portal. Damn place was crawling with the undead. I never could stand walking corpses. They just ain't natural, okay? Well, the stinking undead attacked me, but I was too quick for them to lay a rotting hand on me. Luckily, I'd brought a very large vial of holy water with me. I bought it off a young priest. So you used the vial of holy water to get rid of the creatures? Who's telling this story, may I ask? You or me? Anyway, yes, I sprayed the holy water over them and it burned them away like vitriol. They vanished like wax mannequins in a baker's oven. I dropped that sealed message on the staircase. Gods alone know who or what it was for, and left that cursed place like a rat out of a dog kennel. Never been back since, and never will neither if I can help it. So I'm assuming we go there. We now know there's a portal. There's also a letter that we don't know who it's for, but we could find it. And apparently holy water works. Now, whether or not that's actually true, I don't know. Okay, take care. I was only really interested about that story, not so much about the whatchamacallit, the assassin's hunt. Right, let's search this. Random field with cows in. Always cows. It's just a pain in the ass that you have to go inside them to fully clear it out. Like off the map. I don't see the gate to this one. I'm actually really glad that we're able to... Oh god. I'm really glad that we're able to explore without having to kill too much. Not that I worry about killing stuff, but the fact that I don't really have many potions. I literally have, what, 7? That are actually worth using, should I say. 7 potions. Who are you? Finn. Well, my stranger, I seldom get visitors these days, but with these eerie goings on at night, even my brother farmers stay away. Tell me about the eerie going on. The abbey to the north is cursed. It's no coincidence that people are avoiding the place like the plague, but just lately it's got much worse. The curse is spreading. At night, I've awakened by ghostly voices that mutter and moan things I can't understand. And in the morning, the cows give soured milk. I didn't think such a thing was possible. Okay, ghostly voices, this is a windy valley. Be sure you're not simply letting your imagination run away with you, my friend. It's definitely not the wind. There are audible words, but they make no sense to me. The voices start as whispers, barely audible. Then they grow until you can hear them even if you're locked in the indoor privy with blankets wrapped around your head. And if you look out of the window, you can see dark shapes dancing horribly in the moonlight. Dark shapes? They're not human, but sometimes I can see the crimson glowing of the demonic eyes. They're undead creatures from the cursed abbey, I'm certain of it. Okay, I'm gonna go look up there. If you do, you're as good as dead. All kind of horrors lurk in the abbey. The old Duke once sent a guard of soldiers in there, a squad of soldiers. None returned, but those outside heard the screams of their dying the days after. The undead tortured them all to death, so they say. Okay. Oh, wait. I want that. Give me that flask. Alright, I'm on the road. So we talking about remove the curse, so we have so much shit to do. So saying remove the curse. So there's a curse within the whatchamacallit, the abbey, which makes sense, I suppose. Assuming it is from that. I wanted to sleep and I'm not allowed. Man, just let me sleep in your bed, sir. God. So much to uncover. Oh, the music change. Okay, we are on the outside of the abbey. Let's find the entrance. Even though I'm gonna go in just yet. It's not here. Okay, that's good to know. We still have more exploring to do. Jesus. Die! Tailored bearded axe of mushrooms. The hell? What kind of name is that? What the hell kind of name is that? Jade amulet? Mine. Thank you. The fact that just 5 zombies just spawn there is not good at all. Okay, do we have small, we need blue mushrooms. That's what we need right now. I mean, he lives right outside the abbey. No wonder he's hearing weird ghostly voices and stuff like that.
How wonderful.
How wonderful.
Superb.
Okay, I don't want to use any mana just yet. Okay. Is this where the front door is? It is indeed. Okay, good to know. Bottle of wine. It looks like people were killed here, possibly. The music's very ominous. Okay, I want to search this outside bit first before going in. But we are at around 45 minutes, so I think what I'll do is I'll end this episode just here. And in the next one, we continue by searching this outside part and then obviously searching inside the abbey. I think between episodes, though, I will probably go and sell my stuff. See if I can get any new potions from Mardanius and stuff like that. And if I do, I will let you know at the start of the next episode. Thank you all for watching. I hope you're still enjoying this series. I'm very much enjoying the game. And I also hope you're enjoying my other series of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. So thank you all for watching. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, leaving a like, dropping a comment down below if you want to see me play anything else, or any suggestions, tips, or anything about something I might have possibly missed in an area. Have a good one, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.